it then loses what we come to see, what, you know, how we come to, that's what I travelled for, is to go and see, you know, how other people live, and not to see them, you know, sitting in McDonald's, eating McDonald's. I want to, you know, go eat Thai food. I want to live in a little hut in the middle of the jungle.
Like, even on the menus now,
I want to sit on the
like
beach
and
see the little Thaimen out there fishing and doing things like that. I want to see that. I don't want to see boatloads of people coming in. You know, just
like, it gets to a stage where it could be
beach.
It could be a beach in America, it could be a beach in Australia, it could be a beach in the UK, and I think that's what they here need to hold on to, is what they have is what brings us here. Whereas I think they're like, no, we need to build as many buildings to cram as many tourists in as possible.
We want all the luxuries, which is a shame, because a lot of people will only go to places that do have all the luxuries. There's a big, you know, checklist that you've got to do. We did that because we did that when I was not ashamed to say that.
For like 3 weeks.
But, you know, doing it, you're like,
oh, I hated it.
And seeing how many people do it, you're like, oh, why not, you know, why leave your own home if you're going to come and do this?
Whereas now you've got the holiday backpackers, you know, 3 weeks backpacking, and
we did that because, and seeing how many people do it, you're like, oh.
If I'm going to Las Vegas, for instance, I'm definitely not taking a backpack. I'm taking my wheelie bag, getting in the limo, and going to the casino, you know? Like, I'm not wandering about the strip looking for a place. It's usually set up.
Beat him in his own game.
a country like this wasn't prospering as well as the West.
They need tourism.
We've, you know, been civilized for how many years, you know, then we make them, you know, settle down and live a Western way, a Western way, a Western way, a Western way.
A country like this wasn't prospering as well as the West.
We've, you know, been civilized for how many years, you know, then we make them, you know, settle down and live a Western way, a Western way, a Western way.
If I'm going to Las Vegas, for instance, I'm definitely not taking a backpack. I'm taking my wheelie bag, getting in the limo, and going to the casino, you know?
I think a lot of the backpackers nowadays are more tourists than actual backpackers. In my sense of how I see backpacking is, you know, that's your life, that's what you live with. You've pretty much got what you've got in your backpack.
Like in Australia, they just follow this route. There's just this. It's like there's no. They're not independent anymore. They just go to a travel agent and say, I want to do this, this, and that.
My food's organised. Where I'm sleeping's organised. Where I go to drink, where I go to eat. You know, it's all organised. You know, like all.
That's like a tourist package holiday to me. That's
like we did that because we did that when I was not ashamed to say that.
You know, it's, I don't know, maybe a bit of, you don't want to kind of say that what we're doing is better, but I don't know, I think there's more value in kind of the traditional backpacking way of life than just being a tourist and staying in like the fancy resorts. And
it's made it less cultural, like, I don't know, nothing, you have to really search to really see the culture. And it's always in really spontaneous moments, like when we were waiting for the overnight ferry.
Yeah, we sat in one place basically for a good 6 or 7 hours. And it was great because you saw all the different types, all families and old men, and you saw everyone come and go past this one little point, just about their daily lives. That was, yeah, it's
break
brilliant.
Dancing.
Whereas
Fantastic.
a lot of the times you don't see that because you're too busy in a bar drinking or doing something else.
My original thought was I was going on this life adventure, you know, going through Asia, you know, on my own, and I did, and then I was like, wait a minute, this dude's chill, you know, why not save some money, share rooms, and you know, it's always cheaper when you're going with someone because the room's half the price then and all this other stuff. So it was like my life, you know, this life adventure turned out to be like, well, really, it's just life, just wandering around instead of standing still.
I don't know. I guess, you know, deep down you always kind of think that you're gonna discover something about yourself or find a way through life. I mean, for me, I think I travel mostly to escape, to get away. And, you hope that maybe you'll learn something or like have like an epiphany of sorts. But for the most part, just get away, see a part of the world that I've never seen before. And
expectation. I wasn't expecting to come away from anything from this trip. It was just another chance to relax for a long period of time and do no work, sort of thing. So just personal time, I suppose.
So what I was expecting was going off on my own and finding myself, but then I realized, what is there to find, you know? Like,
I guess I expected it to be a little bit more like that, a little bit more untouched by everyone else.
We're not here to find ourselves or find anything spiritual. Yeah, no expectation.
I don't think I was quite in the right mindset for like a true cultural Thai experience. And I came here and I just wanted to realize I just wanted to relax on the beach a bit. You don't want to kind of say that we're doing
I thought backpackers, people who had backpacks, and that was their life.
What they have is what brings us here.
I thought backpackers, people who had backpacks, and that was their life.
westernizing an Eastern country.
What they have is what brings us here.
To see the little Thai men out there fishing and doing things like that, I want to see that.
Thailand revolves around tourism as a money-making entity, so they need tourism. Westernizing an Eastern country.
And I came here and I just wanted to realize I just wanted to relax on the beach a bit.
What they have is what brings us here.
Great music and free love to everybody.
So what I was expecting was going off on my own and finding myself, but then I realized, what is there to find, you know? Like,